I'm Jim Moore. I'm the cross-country coach and track coach. I coach distance, and I've been teaching high school for 11 years, teaching at the Oak Mountain family for almost 22 years. Growing up in South Alabama was a lot of fun because, the fields were big and the dirt roads were wide, and spend as much time outside as I could playing with my friends, or sometimes wrestling with them or fighting with them. And just being a kid, and I enjoyed music, played guitar in some pretty awful bands, and had a great time just being a kid down in South Alabama. Enjoyed the outdoors as much as I could. So after high school, I decided that I needed to find myself, and I went off to Alaska and learned a lot while I was there. Learned I don't like cutting off fish heads for 16 hours a day, and I also learned that I really wanted to go to college. So I went to University of South Alabama in Mobile, and I was going to study psychology. And two things turned me off of psychology. One, I had to take statistics, and that was really hard. And number two was I fell in love with literature and English and history, and I loved the way that the language just spoke to me in a magical kind of way. So my time at South Alabama was spent just learning everything I could so that I could be a great teacher one day, hopefully. And yeah. So when I was in college, I decided that I needed to make some changes. I'd been active as a kid growing up, and I wanted to focus my mind a little bit better, so I really focused on the aspect of athletics that is running, and I enjoyed running. It made my brain clear, and over some training time, I actually got pretty decent at it, and it became a passion of mine. It's something that cleared my head, focused my attention, and helped me not only get stronger as an athlete, but as a student, because it forced me to manage my time a little bit better than I had before. So I started running in college, but not for the college, if that makes any sense. So when I first took my job at Oak Mountain Middle School, I discovered they didn't have a cross-country program, and since running had been my passion, I offered to start the first cross-country program. So in the few years that I was at the middle school before the high school was here, I had the privilege of starting the first cross-country program at Oak Mountain Middle School. And then when the high school opened up, I believe in 1999, Coach Paul, coach here, and I was able to support him in my role as a middle coach to develop the program from there. So it was a really great opportunity to see a sport that didn't exist yet kind of blossom and become its own thing here. So in 2012, I took some time off of coaching, and in 2017, I had the opportunity to come back. Was requested to come back by some athletes that felt that the family attitude, the family feeling of cross country was not quite there. And through some prayer and some counseling with others, I decided to come back, and had some great leaders that year, some excellent captains. Jonah, Hanson, Olivia, some of the freshmen and sophomores that we have now as leaders became instrumental in helping us rebuild the program into a family feel where everybody's sweating and grinding out and getting muddy and sometimes bloody together for a purpose. It's a grueling process, but cross country became a family again. So I really was excited about being able to come back. And now I'm coming alongside Coach Rogers, the new track coach, and I'm able to come back to distance coaching for the track team. And I'm really excited about the future of that holds. We've had some good scores so far. We're going to continue that as far as we can. So things that excite me about teaching literature are the light bulb moments when the students' eyes light up and they realize that the author didn't just say some random word to fill in a fancy vocabulary checklist, but they actually said a word that creates an image in your mind and an emotion in your heart and a feeling of disgust or love or rage or sadness that is almost magical. And I love those moments when the students realize that the author is giving a piece of them through the book to the students so that they can see the world clearly around them. And my goal in literature teaching is to show the students that they can think about the world around them in a variety of different ways, and books are one of the ways that they can do that. So for me, professionally, success would look like 25 years from now, I have students who love to read, and I have students who love to think about the world around them, and students who like to write and create, and runners who still run and do marathons and send me emails about how they like to run. And hopefully there's a legacy at Oak Mountain of students who like to pursue literature and like to think about the world around them through books as the medium, and also students who create. So if I could have a part of that, I would consider myself to be successful professionally. Oak Mountain is the second teaching position that I have, and I have had many wonderful years here, and I know that Oak Mountain is a very special place, and it's not special because of me, it's special because of the students who buy into the idea that Oak Mountain is a special place. And teachers like me and administrators like we have help to make this continuously, year after year after year, a great place to work and be educated. And I'm just so honored to be a part of the Oak Mountain family where the learning is always on the next step. The learning is always the goal. And I think Oak Mountain will be a successful school for many, many, many years after my retirement.